What is going on, guys? BellerFan85 here. I'm here with the lovely, my wife, my other half. The yin to my yang, the cream to my crumpet, yeah. Miss Bell. What, you didn't like the intro?
No, like that.
Oh, okay. Miss BellerFan85, and we've got a belt review tailored toward her. How are you doing, by the way? Everything going good? You feel like we're getting back in the swing of things, or you feel like I'm just,
I don't know. Either way, I'm tired.
Either way, you're tired. Oh, yeah, you're right. Here comes the daily 3, 2, 1 baby post. We have a baby, and oh my God. Actually, our baby just turned a year old recently, so I think she hit the terrible twos early or something, because what can you do? Anyways.
Keep on the teething.
Yeah, keep on the teething. Keep on teething on. So, we've got a new belt. It's one that we actually won in a raffle. Shout out to Tony Tussey with TNT Belt Trading. We've won a few belts in his raffles. This guy is not out to make money. He's got a list of belts. The raffle spots are just enough to make the belt and the shipping, or not make the belt, but order the belt from WWE Shop and ship it out. And you could get really cool belts. Sometimes he'll put up like legacy belts, like the Taker belts, which you can't see behind my big butt, or like Rock legacy belts. I still want to win that so bad if it ever comes available again. But, I mean, most of your basic raffles are for, you know, like $400 shop belts. And we got lucky. We won like 2 in a row. So the first one...
Usually that never happens with us.
So the first one, let's give you the backstory on this. One of your favorite belts out of the last 5 or 6 years has been what? Could it be the belt right there behind the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget. We have so many now, I don't know, and I have a lot of favorites.
Apparently we can't read each other's minds at
No.
all. So one of your favorite belts that came out, and it was one of my favorite belts too, was the WWE UK title. There was a lot of ornateness to it. The belt was prestigious. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it. You fell in love with it first. You're the one that actually had to have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which,
buying it, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, that belt that we have, the WWE UK title, was our first win in TNT Belt Trading's raffle. Wow, this comes full circle.
I never win anything, and that was the first thing I won. That was
the first thing she had won in the raffle. We were happy with it. You've already seen the review with it. I think we may end up reviewing it again, just because we're gonna go back on some of the videos that I did with our former partners, and we're gonna try to make this thing and do some Balor review. Yeah, Balor fan. It's completely Balor fan. We're gonna try to start pushing the old out and bringing the new in. Out. In. Wax on. Wax off. See that hand work there? I'm working it pretty good. This guy's got some moves. So anyways, we won this belt in a raffle, and it was one that you were looking at. We actually have the mini. The mini was unbelievable. It's one of the better quality belts out there.
I gotta have a mini.
Yeah, and if she has a mini, she has to have the adult belt. Although we're slacking right now. We're having a baby. We're slacking on the minis. I think we have 55 or 56, and you're missing what, 10?
Yeah,
11 in the new ones. So luckily we got 3 coming. So hopefully we'll do a little review on those, and we'll go from there.
Talk about being sad.
Yeah, she looks out the window and just ponders why she doesn't have every belt of the mini variety.
Trying to figure out how I can get it.
Yeah. So anyways, we won this belt, and I'm not going to lie, it may be a sleeper favorite of mine. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Without further ado, I say that too much. We have the WWE NXT UK Women's title. But that was a handful to say.
Especially being rusty.
One thing I love, this belt continues with the women's titles where it doesn't have a white strap. This is not a white strap. It's kind of a mother of pearl, or a glazed white. I don't know what else to call it. It's got such a nice little sheen to it that it's unbelievable.
Yeah, pearl white. I don't want to say metallic, but definitely pearl.
Yeah, I'd say pearl white for sure. So you want to go ahead and get into it from one side to the other? Let's get into it. Somebody's in a hurry over here.
Hello. That's still on there?
It's still, there's nothing like pulling the plastic off of a new belt.
Yeah.
Especially, this thing's been hanging up now for a few months, or at least a couple of months.
It's not like bubble wrap, but it's the same.
Yeah, it's still got that plastic sheen to it. So we're going to start over here at the male snap box. We have a 2x1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2x8 snap box. Now, last week we had a different snap box that we hadn't seen before. This week we have a different snap box that we hadn't seen before. I'm going to call this the bugle snack box. Or snack box. Snap box. These look like a bunch of bugles around here. By the way, she just had her first caramel bugles yesterday. What'd you think? Pretty tasty?
Pretty tasty.
Pretty tasty. So, there's a lot of space between the bugles. That's just what I'm calling. Yeah, there's a lot of space between the bugles. It kind of looks, I don't want to say tacky.
They look like pine cones to me for some reason.
Pine cones? They look like twisters, like Tasmanian devils.
There you go.
So, I don't know. I think you could put more in there and make it look fuller. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, on this belt, this is the only space that is on the belt. Everything else, this little strap is nothing but space. Or nothing but I don't want to say clutter, but nothing but busyness. So we're going to go from the male snap box to right before the side plate, you have the NXT logo with the diamond pattern. And again, like I said, when you go over this belt, you'll notice, like I said, there's no wasted space. It's a busy belt. I think that's my favorite thing about this belt. It's just there's so much going on. I mean, you have the diamond pattern pretty much everywhere there's not clamshell tooling. Mm-hmm. But the NXT logo, all around it, you have another pattern right there. This is actually relatively deep etching. You know, for a shop belt, I'm really digging it. What do you think about it so far?
I think it works.
I think it does too. So we're going to come over here to the first side plates. Now this is just like any other logoed belt that you'd see. Basically, the side plates are all the same. With a female belt, it's going to be smaller for sure. But you have, just like the UK title, you have a little ornateness. You have the black and the red. You have the red on the left side. From where I'm looking at it, the red on this left side, the black on the right side. You have your WWE side plate, removable side plate with the jewels on each side. It is removable from the back, just like any other logoed belt. Pretty basic, right? As far as that side plate goes.
Yeah.
I do like the contrast between the red and the black. I do like the little ornateness on the right side of the side plate.
I just don't care for the logo.
Yeah, she's not a big fan of the property plate. Now you have your sidebars in between the side plate and the main plate. Again, you know, just basic sidebars. Not much to say about that. But going into the main plate is one of my favorite plates ever. Mm-hmm. I actually like this better than a WWE logo. You have that vertical NXT right in the middle of the main plate. You have, you know, the lion and the horse on each side. United Kingdom. Yeah, you have United Kingdom Women's Champion. You're talking about the black on the side plate. One of my favorite things behind this NXT logo is just that blood red or cherry red. I'm not sure what variation of color it is, but it looks like blood red. It almost has a Game of Thrones feel to me. What? Except you don't have Daenerys coming around. So I am digging that red behind the NXT logo. Yeah, the whole belt is busy. There's always something going around. But if you've seen the old WWE UK title, now they've changed it a little bit. They put the NXT logo just like this one on it. They all look the same. They all have the same plates as far as the main plate, but that doesn't mean it's not cool. You have your stones all the way around. I'm digging this main plate. What about you?
I like it.
I like it. So we're going to come back over here to this other side plate. I'll go ahead and be honest. I think I've already said this. It's the same as the other one. You have black on one side. You have red on the other. You have that little bit of ornateness. The ornateness is pointing, or is on the side closest to the main plate on each side. And then you have that red. Pretty basic. You have clamshell tooling all the way around. I love the clamshell tooling. You can't beat clamshell tooling. And then over here you have a bigger diamond pattern with the NXT logo in the middle with another pattern in between there.
Again.
Yeah, it's a very busy belt. I cannot say that enough. Very busy belt. But I absolutely love it. Coming over here to the female plates, you have that same bugle snap box. I'm trying not to call it snack box again. But you have the bugle snack box. Oh my God. The bugle snap box. and it's 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 by 5. You've got a nice crisp tip at the end. All in all, on the front of this belt, I absolutely love it. I love the fact there's no wasted space. Basically, the only clear part of this belt is the very end on the male side where there's no tip. That's basically the only side that has no texture or anything.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, are you happy with this belt? Are you glad we bought it? Or not bought it, we want it?
Well, I'm glad to have it in the collection. It's beautiful, and I'll just keep collecting what women's belts I can.
By the way, you can't see much over here. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 women's titles. We have plenty of plaques up here. I'm not sure if you can see Alex up here. We have our Evolution plaque that you've seen on one of our reviews. We have a Naomi, one of your favorite wrestlers, signed plaque. We have a Ronda Rousey signed plaque with Kurt Angle. We're really into the women's evolution movement, and this is just another addition to it, and I'm glad we got it. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're going to go to the back of it.
Basic back.
You beat me to it. We have a basic back. The biggest difference here out of the newer belts, the patch in the middle of the main plate on the back is not your standard square rectangular patch anymore. It's now more of an oval. They started that within the last several years. I'm not sure if all of them have that circular patch now, but a lot of them do. Other than that, it's your basic backing back here. You have your screws showing. That's pretty much all I got to say on that.
Yep.
Let's move this back up here. You sound like you're kind of ready. Let's move this back up here.
Ready for the next.
Yep. So we're going to snap this back up right here. All in all, I'm happy with this belt. I'm glad we got it. I would definitely recommend it if you want a conversation starter. This is a small belt, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. It also, again, that pearl white just pops. When it hits the light just right, you can tell it's a beautiful belt. The main plate is beautiful. There's no wasted space on it. It's probably one of my favorite replicas on WWE Shop, and this is one that I definitely would buy from WWE Shop. I don't think it's a logoed belt shape, so the makers aren't making this perfect. I mean, you're going to get some Frankenstein, yeah. So I think that's all I've got to say. You got anything you want to say about it?
Well, if you're going to collect the women's titles, it's definitely a must-have because it's just so beautiful.
If you're going to collect the mini titles too, I would definitely recommend it because
all minis. Just go ahead and collect them.
You heard it from the missus herself. You got anything else you want to say about this?
I think we got it.
With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Keep watching our videos. And we will catch you guys down the road.